welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. Today I want to talk about this issue of benevolent sexism, which apparently is a thing that people are claiming is real now. But when you really stop and think about it, it's actually quite absurd. So basically, benevolent sexism, or the belief in benevolent sexism, is this idea that as a male or even as a female who supports males, acting as a protector, as a nurturer for women, doing things like opening doors for them, thinking of yourself as having a responsibility to protect and to care for women, that somehow that makes you a sexist, and that means that you are treating women as inferior and looking down on them. This is just garbage, and in actual fact, I would say that this whole concept of benevolent sexism, what it does is it actually robs men of a chance to sort of ground themselves and get a good understanding of an authentic and healthy masculine identity, because part of a masculine identity that is healthy and that is vibrant and that is life-giving for both men and for the world around them is a masculine identity which sees and understands the importance of male strength, of masculine strength, and the fact that that strength is at its pinnacle when it is used and is put at the service of others. When we are using and taking the gift of our masculine strength and using it for the good of others, then that is a really good thing. We thrive, the community around us thrives, and we are gifted with a natural strength. Now, yes, there are always exceptions to the rule, but the general norm is that men are stronger than women. Men have bodies that make them stronger. They have a greater physical strength than most women do. There are obviously exceptions to that. There's no way that I could go up against a Pilates champion and beat her when it came to core strength, because I'm just not a Pilates champ. However, another male who has trained in that area and who is really strong in, say, CrossFit or Pilates or whatever, could actually go up against that female, and 9.9 out of 10 situations like that, the male would win, and they would win hands down, because the masculine form has a physical strength that is greater than that of females. What that means is, with that great power, if you like, comes great responsibility. And that there's a certain obligation, I think, that we have as men to care for those around us who don't have the same strength as we do. Now, if you take gender out of the equation, I don't think anybody would have too much of a problem with this particular formula if we removed it from the whole gender arena altogether. And we said that, a person who is stronger has an obligation to look out for the more vulnerable people around them. A person who is stronger has an obligation, and they show greatness when they care for people around them who aren't as strong as them. So why do we have such a big issue with it when it's a male-female thing? I think part of the problem is we just don't want to acknowledge the simple truth that men are, generally speaking, stronger than females. They have a physical strength, a physical resilience that makes them stronger than females, and that's a good thing, and we are meant to use that strength. It's a gift, and that gift is meant to be used for our greatness and for the betterment of the people around us. We are meant to take that gift and put it at service of the people around us who don't have that same strength. And in most situations, 9 out of 10 times, that is going to be females. So this idea of benevolent sexism is not only an absurdity, because the biological reality just doesn't measure up here, but it's also an absurdity and a nonsense in the sense that it completely strips away from men yet another opportunity to find an authentic and healthy masculine identity, one that realizes that they are called to be nurturers and carers. And that the way that we nurture and care is different from the way that females nurture and care, and that's a good thing. Our job, if you like, as men, speaking again as a general rule, is to nurture the nurturers. Our job is to care for the carers, the women who have this profound gift of their feminine genius and who can care in these truly profound acts of motherhood and service and self-giving that men can only ever hope to live up to in their wildest dreams. Our job is to look after those women in our midst and to care for them, to enable them to find their freedom and their identity as well. It's not benevolent sexism, it's exactly what masculinity is supposed to look like. So don't let anybody talk down to you or tell you that you're doing something wrong next time you open a door for a female or step in to act as a protector. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.